I don't know how to play checkers, y'all, and I think I'm losing to Amber. I don't really know because I don't know how to play checkers, really. And she's like, "Yo, you never played checkers?" I'm like, "Nah, I thought it was kind of like chess, but it's simpler. It's nothing like chess. It has nothing to do with chess. It just has like a similar looking board. I have no idea what's going on with it. This game's like a terrible addiction." What's up, Yaxan? Dude, you should go to sleep. Also, who are you calling strange? I'm from the land of opportunity, home of the brave, fries of the French. Where are you from? The same home as Vladimirovich. And I don't know. I don't know Stalin's. What is Stalin's diminutive name? What was his father's name? His name is Joseph, but or Joseph, but I don't know what his dad's name was. Vladimir's name is easy because everyone in his family has the same damn name, so it makes it very easy to say his diminutive name. I don't know your dad's name either, Yaxa. Yosef Viseronovich? Was that his dad's name? Like Viseron? So it's Viseronovich? Okay, gotcha. I guess what would my diminutive name be? What's up, Maestro? I'll promise not to lose. I'll try. The only thing I'm gonna lose in this game is my mind with the way it's going. I guess my diminutive name would be Vyatirevich, but that would also be the diminutive name of like everyone in my family. As well as like some of my siblings have the same name, so their children would also be Vyatirevich. Did you listen to the changes I sent you? I saw them late last night, and I saw them as an MP3, but I was on my phone, so I haven't listened to them yet. I apologize for that. What I have done is kick Kurtilya's butt into Mancala. Y'all need to jump on this. This Mancala stuff is dope. Alright, I think I finished with all the mobile gaming. I just don't want to be like having mobile games on the mind when I am in the middle of the stream. As you guys can see, it's very distracting. Prat! I didn't answer Dylan's. Okay, look, we're gonna load up the game. Mission to steal army case. We're probably not gonna do that, to be honest. And we're gonna answer Dylan's pool game and his dart game. And then we're gonna be off to do stalker stuff. Dude, imagine rolling up to your homies like, let's go do some stalker stuff, bro. Dylan, you busted on darts. Why did you do that? I gave you a chance to win. Dylan, I almost busted. I need a 5. Dylan, I hit a 12. I busted. Why is this happening? Whatever. Ball's in your court now, Dylan. Good luck. You send me, man, Kala. I don't want to be the initiate all the time. Also, I don't know why I loaded in here, but I do think it's funny, like this era of gaming, where everything is based off of frames, positioning, and timing, about like how things are rendered. So when you load into an area like this, you see everyone go from like a spawn position to a... They all shift from like the spawn position to like whatever idle they're supposed to be in, and then they kind of settle into it. And it's really like a mark of the era. And I think it's kind of cool that people my age, Maestro's age, Dylan's age, Alex's age, like we kind of know what we're getting into because we played all the games before this. We grew up seeing like this era evolve. And the people younger than us, about 10 years, and people older than us, about 20 to 30 years, have all seen the same. So I always thought that was interesting. But there's gonna be a time where, I mean, there already is sort of, but there is gonna be a time where like the last thing, the oldest game someone remembers is gonna be like Xbox 360 era Gears of War and stuff. And they're not gonna have that reference of older games to really judge things upon.
Come here.
So I just think that's something to consider.
Interesting for people like you.
We're going to the lab. We have a backup pistol. We have plenty of rifle ammo. We're probably gonna bring more rifle ammo. I think we can buy some once we get over there.
My information might well
We have
be of
mutant
use
stuff.
to you,
You
Stalker.
remember Zork, Mule, Battle Chest, Zaxxon. I have no idea what any of that is, Monsieur, but I know that you're showing your age. How are you doing, Smash? Good to see you. I kind of want to bring a shotgun, but if we're bringing the
Come
RPG,
here. I've always got something interesting for people like you.
I want to bring the RPG because if we're going into that lab, I bet something big is in there. The only problem is we only have one round for it,
My
and it's heavy,
information might
so once
well
we shoot
be
it,
of
we
use
gotta
to you,
drop it.
Stalker.
And that doesn't leave a lot of room to also bring a shotgun and be able to pick up ammo or whatever. If we're fighting things with guns, we can always pick up spare guns off of whoever we kill. And if we bring a few extra
Come here.
grenades, we might be able to
I've
get by
always got
without the
something
RPG
interesting for
to
people
start
like
with.
you.
If I remember, Mule is related to the old school Obsidian titles. Or not Obsidian,
My
but
information might well be
whoever
of
it
use to you,
was that was
Stalker.
making... Like, Fallout was big at the time, but there were two other games that were also big that kind of did the same thing that the original Fallout did. I thought Mule was one of them. Am I thinking of the right game, or am I completely messing
Come
it up?
here. I've always got something interesting for people like you.
Alright, we're packing extra 5.56 so we can just roll through the 5.56. Our rifle's in great condition. It'll jam up a little bit, but no. There's a website devoted to resurrecting Mule. No, it's not
My
related to...
information might well be
Yeah, I
of
was
use
thinking of
to you,
Wasteland.
Stalker.
My bad. What was Mule about? I guess it was just the fact that you spelled it as an acronym and it reminded me of GET.
I've got something interesting for people like you. My information might well be of
Yeah,
use
so
to you, Stalker.
which of these characters in this game do you relate to the most? So far,
Come here.
I think
I've always got
think
something
Snitch is my
interesting
dude.
for people like
Like,
you.
I don't
My
like him, but that's what
information
makes him
might
more
well
like
be of
me.
use to you, Stalker.
He hides his face and his identity. He wears a hood. He just stands in the corner talking. He's always shifting, put his hands in his pockets, moving around like he doesn't know what to do. And then when people actually ask him for something, he's like, "Oh, I don't actually have anything. I'm just lonely, and I want it to talk." I don't really understand his deal. He does buy things for quite a price, but I'm kind of saving my stuff to bring
Come here.
to.
I've always got
I don't remember
something
the doctor's
interesting
name.
for people like you.
But I know Kruglov is the guy that works on him. Stalin is Georgian, if I'm correct, so there should be no shock. That is his father's name, isn't Oleg Vasya or something. Just Vissarion. Stalin's original surname is also Chugashvili? Chugashvili? Really? I did not know that. It does make sense that he's Georgian, considering, you know, some of his policies. Why did he change his name to Yosif? Yosif, Joseph, Yosif. Wasteland, the grandfather of Fallout, was from the same time. Get out of here? Why get out of here, Dylan? Could buy some more 5.56 on our way out. We don't have to carry all of it. I am buying a little extra food just so I can eat before we leave. In fact, I buy all the food and I'll just stock it away. Another grenade and another medkit. Why not?
My information might well be of use to you, Stalker. Come here.
I don't think we need
always
as many
got something
medkits.
interesting for people like you.
We're gonna eat most of this food, like right here and right now. I think this is an appropriate amount of medicine, but we definitely have too much ammo. But I want to bring a lot of ammo. It's just, you know, we're gonna be heavy for a little bit.
My information might well be of use to you, Stalker.
Let's eat food and then see how much spare room we have. From the land of spare we don't need that much food. This is enough medicine. 5 grenades.
here.
RPG.
I've always got something interesting for people like you.
I know Stalker would agree with whatever weapon you have equipped over time, but seems like a lot of space. It is a lot of space. Why carry 4 to 5 weapons? The pistol is a backup. The RPG is because I know we're going somewhere dangerous, and I'm afraid to not be able to use it. Plus, I know I can toss it after I use that one round that I have. If I find more rounds, I can find more RPGs. And I'm bringing more rifle ammunition because every time I get into a fight, I seem to be suddenly down like half
I've
of my
always
ammo.
got something interesting for people like you.
And I know we're going into a new area. I just don't want to have to worry about it. And I'm just gonna burn ammunition on anybody that comes up against me, so I'm not worried about anything. So I think
My
we'll be good to go.
information might well be of use to you, Stalker.
We don't need this many medkits. We're gonna find more medkits. We're gonna find more bandages. We have enough food. If we don't find any ammo, this is enough ammo. If we do find ammo, we're gonna burn through some of it, and we should be okay.
Come here.
We have one
I've
healing
always
item
got
equipped.
something interesting for
We have
people
other
like you.
items we can use. Or we have an extra healing item we can throw on if we need to, but otherwise this is to stop bleeding. This is a little bit more bulletproof. This is for our running. This is for anti-radiation combined with the
My
suit.
information
Gives
might
us a
well be
high
of use to
radiation
you,
resistance.
Stalker.
Actually, no. Yeah, okay. The suit is giving us radiation resistance. Along with the crystal. Gives us like superb radiation
Come here.
resistance.
I've always got something interesting for people like you.
Chef? Yeah, I ran into Chef the other night. I don't drink, but no shit, I couldn't handle all the talking shit and eventually ended up drunk somewhere in the zone. That's sad though, because he was all alone, like no one would hang out with him. And he was just like, he just wanted someone to sit and chat with him. Which if you've never visited an old folks home just to hang out, or have never... Wait, what are you pointing your gun at? You alright, my dude? He's got his light shiny, he's got his rifle pointed. I don't know what's going on with him. What's up, Fang? He doesn't know anything. He does have a slime, which I think I sold him this a while back. I'm not concerned with it though. I understand that though, I feel that. Shuffle's left alone, he does all the hardest work, and he's just like... He's just like sitting out there alone. Sucks. He wants to talk to people. That's what I was saying, if you've never visited an old folks home or like just gone to a place where somebody lives on their own and they just want to talk and stuff, like when you have that experience you instantly understand what's going on with shit. Oh, I thought this was the arena. I was like, who was playing guitar in the arena? That's not the arena. This is a room I was trying to get back to. I just didn't know how to get here earlier. Can't get in there that way. It's nighttime, so everyone's chilling out and stuff. The time is 10:40, so by the time we go over to the lab area, it should be daytime again, which means we can see any zombies and crawlers and stuff coming. We need to get Twitch in all those old folks home. It's heavy work, man. I mean, I used to do it back in the day. Wait, do you mean like get Twitch, like... You mean like get people to watch Twitch? Okay, my bad. I thought you meant like getting a Twitch streamer to go around visiting old folks' homes, which would also be cool, but I will admit, like, it is taxing on the brain. People who do that kind of work, they have a much bigger heart than I do. I did that kind of stuff for a few years, and I don't think I could. I think it's something wrong with me. Like I have less capacity than the normal human being for dealing with other people. I don't have any like ill will against anyone specifically, but after a minute, I'm just like, I can't do this. It's tough. Like people can think like, oh, you're tough because you lift weights, or you get shot or something. I'm like, that's part of it, but that's nowhere near as tough to me as the stuff that social work is surrounded by. Yeah, the empathy involved. So notice that, excuse me, my nose is all plugged up. I sound like a nerd. Notice that this mission, which was related to the guy that died, now has the name Mill Dog Task Report, which I imagine is just a coding name. So this mission is incompletable now, unfortunately. Yeah, the bureaucracy surrounding it too, that's part of it. So now this mission is completely stuck to our map, and we cannot change it. Can we get rid of it? Like, can we drop a task? I don't think so. Yeah, so we can never complete this mission, and the mission has lost its actual name on the map to show that, yeah, it's a bit of a glitch. So that's unfortunate, but that's not my fault, it's not your fault, that's no one's fault. I don't blame any of you. What is weird to me is that, for whatever reason, even though I want to go this way, Back to Yantar. The arrow on the map is pointing me to go this way up north. Back to the army warehouses. Which is not where I'm trying to go. It's your fault? Yeah, I guess it's your fault. Is it also Nick's fault? You see the X18 clip I saved with you? I did not. Last night I went on my VODs to look for clips and highlights, and I realized that every stream has been deleted. Which means it's either the music that's been played, and it's getting deleted that way, or it's just I'm out of storage space because I'm no longer in, like, good Amazon graces, right? So, like, only the things that are highlighted remain. And when I was doing that, I meant to look for clips too, just to see if anybody's been clipping stuff in S.T.A.L.K.E.R. And then I completely forgot after I looked at the first thing I described, so I never did. My bad. I kind of want to go back and get this briefcase thing. The thing that bugs me is we got this mission when we were at Cordon, and I didn't pay attention to it, and then we came all the way up here, and then I noticed that we had the mission and that the military base was here. I thought it was a different military base he wanted me to go after, and that's why the game looped us back around. What I'd really rather do is go to Yantar, do that mission. If something leads us back towards Cordon, since this mission doesn't expire, then we'll go do the military document thing. Otherwise, we'll stay with what we're doing for Barcade, and we'll just go back. Plus, we haven't seen Krug in a bit, and that's our boy, so we should go visit him. We worked way too hard to stay with him. At work, check in, I say hi. Dylan and Nick are both at work. Dylan and Nick both have girlfriends that they proposed to and evolve them into fiancés. Nah, I don't think Dylan has done that. I think I'm projecting and hoping that his girlfriend somehow finds out about it. All I'm saying is, have y'all ever seen Dylan and Nick in the same room before? Okay, so the other thing we need to watch out for, it looks like we have friends here at the moment. But remember, we have to watch out for people getting in fights, because the first time we came here, a lot of these guys fought each other, and we happened to get into the crossfire, but we didn't kill anybody, so everything was okay. Am I going in the right direction?
Done with these buddies.
Yeah, done with these two. I am not going in the right direction. I did exactly what I was talking about. I followed the arrow.
Well done.
So these duty guys killed all these freedom guys, and I'm definitely going the wrong way. Hello, dude. How are you doing? Girlfriend's next evolution form is fiance. Final form is wife. That's what you think. There's an alternate final form called ex-wife. It's a dark evolution. Not a lot of trainers get there, but it can be done. And if you're good at what you do, it can be done multiple times. And you can have a whole team of ex-wives. Oh no, Fatal Blast! Have you seen me and Spider-Man in the same room? I've seen Spider-Man when you and I were way too young to be Spider-Man. Therefore, you can't be Spider-Man. Scott Pilgrim. I didn't realize that that was the thing. Destroy the lair of the mutant dogs in wild territory. I don't think I want to do that. Come on, Matt. Focus on my thing. Although, it is right there. But it's just dog. The mission says dogs most likely. Ah, crap. Are there bandits? Oh, hello. No, I don't want my RPG equipped right now with this single round that I have in it. The thing says most likely, which makes me worry that you would go there to kill dogs and it would not be dogs. There's definitely fighting going on though. And even if we did this mission, it's one of those that has a timer on it. So it's not like we'd come back in time to do it. It's just an impromptu one. So I'm not going to worry about destroying the dog count. I will worry about getting through here safely. Those look like my guys. I think. This is why we have binoculars. Yeah, these are all my guys. I'm absolutely sure. This is true. I don't think anyone's seen me and Deviant in the same room. Who are you guys actually fighting? I would like to help, but it's kind of dark, and I don't want to shoot the wrong person. To be honest with you. Oh, you know what? The bandits probably took back over this little part in the center, which is why this guy is like glued to the wall here. Because everyone in S.T.A.L.K.E.R has like some sort of wall hacks.
Получи, гад!
Yeah, получи. Da. Huh, Akabon. What's an Akabon anymore? Or did I drop this one like a while ago? Okay, looks like you killed whoever.
Оружие убрал, оружие
Yeah,
убрал.
I know you guys want me to drop my weapon, but the reason I'm holding my weapon
Ты ствол-то убери.
is because you got that Biden special on. And
Оружие убрал.
it looks like you could use an upgrade, that's all I'm saying. Nobody wants an upgrade. Anton beaten. Wait, who are you guys? These guys are loners. Why are there dead duty guys in here? Or has this guy been dead for a while? Also, Yerik Pagan. This guy was a high level stalker. I remember seeing his name in the boards. Huh. Oh wait, these are high level loner dudes with high level duty guys too, so they didn't kill the duty guy. That was my point. I was worried that they had killed the duty guy. In any case, these guys are all cool, and I've met a few of them before. What is this floating over here? Okay, that's that guy with a rifle. This is Gali, the guy that dropped the Akabon. These guys don't want the Akabon.
Оружие убрал.
They also don't want me to hold a weapon for whatever reason, but screw it.
Оружие убрал.
Hey, I'm just cycling through my inventory. If y'all didn't want me to hold weapons, y'all shouldn't have designed it to be auto-equipped every time. I just selected it. Whatever. If you look serious at game characters, you could be sympathetic only to S.T.A.L.K.E.R. The guy's boss literally made a group of guys try to explore new, uncover secrets, and change something. Indeed, and that's why I'm kind of excited to go to this lab, because according to the story we read before, dude, I need you to move, like, for real, for real. Synchronized shooters, right? They've got that security thing down. Let's measure. But yeah, from the story we heard, Ghost was still doing work on his own, even after they split up, right? But Ghost got left behind in that lab by that cowardly lab dude. Well, I guess I call him cowardly. He somehow made it to the helicopter. But we don't know what he died after that, so Ghost is probably dead in there. But if he's not, and he is alive, then that means we can talk to him and find out more about that group. That being said, I was having a conversation on Twitter last night. Like, I don't have beef with the duty or the freedom guys. And now I'm stuck here on both sides, and I don't like this. Can I, like, talk to you to get you to move somehow? If I pull up my gun, can I get you to move towards me because you're angry?
Ты ствол-то убери. Оружие спрячь. Оружие убрал. Оружие опусти, мужик.
Nah. The echo is perfect. I just wanna, like... How is this guy so wide? I'm like 3 feet away from him, and he is somehow blocking my way. Hello, Stalker. Hello. Don't know anything else. Can you move, please? How are you blocking this whole corridor, dude? You are not that big. Okay, look. There's like an and now I'm being blocked on this side, too. I'm pretty much stuck in here with a bunch of big giant Ukrainian guys just staring me down. I don't like this. But yeah, what's the good news, Etter? Good to see you, by the way. Deviant, what have you been playing lately? Please don't call me Shooter Cute ever again. I'm pretty sure I asked you not to call me that again before. You're here and that's it? Hi. You know what? That's good news indeed, Etter. That is good news. I don't have enough points to tell you just to shoot him in the dick. I kinda was gonna do that on my own. My other idea was to throw a grenade at my feet and see if they all run away. Yeah. Look.
Ты ствол-то убери. Ты ствол-то убери.
Y'all did this to yourselves. Alright, we're all good though, right? This guy's still running. Yeah, you moved pretty quickly then. Didn't you? Alright, no one got hurt, so all's well that ends well, right? So we're cool. Yeah, yeah. Alright. See, that's why I had to bring all the extra ammo and stuff. Was it Deviate or Smashier that said so earlier? Because I end up using a bunch of it for stupid stuff like that. Look, if there's any way to get people to move pretty quickly, it's to tell them that there's explosives around. And if you can't tell them with your words, you just shoot them. That's something I learned a little bit about me, I think. Like, yeah, explosives get everyone to moving pretty quickly. Okay, so... One, I just want to make sure that little stunt didn't lower my ranking. Two, it sounds like there are dogs around. That's not a dog, that is a... What is it? Is that a crawler? Way out here? How did it get here? Those things must have come from the... Must have come from the Yansar area, because they weren't here before. We also have to remember this is, like, kind of bloodsucker territory. So those might be around here as well. Between the actual storm, the sound of anomalies, the dogs barking, and the shooting and everything else, I'm just trying to make sure I can actually hear what's going on. Someone is out here fighting dogs, though. Probably these dudes over here. Ah, shit, I fell on this stupid thing. So I'd like to go help them out so that they don't die. But I also need to be able to actually get around. Rats. Maybe they're not fighting dogs, maybe they're just fighting these rats. Whatever is going on, someone is running into one of those anomalies. What is that? That was just a dog. The dog was phasing through the container and I thought it was something else. That's a bloodsucker! And that guy's dead. Ah, jeez. Okay, so bloodsucker killed a dude. My other dude's still alive. I don't know where the bloodsucker went. That guy is super dead, though. Ah, shit, where'd he go? I think I saw him, but I'm not sure. And my other guy ran away. No, don't run away, dude. You're gonna... Don't you watch movies? The one who runs away, that tries to get away from stuff, is what ends up getting got. And you're my only friend out here, and I need you not to get got. I think he just killed it. Is this the bloodsucker? It is. Okay. Alright. Bloodsucker's down. There's still a bunch of dogs and rats barking, and I'm sure this place is super dangerous. That being said, remember, we don't have to hang out here. Why is my nose itching so much? Someone must be thinking about me. Alright, so this guy didn't make it, unfortunately. Petro, Plata. I can hear other people yelling, but they don't seem to be friends of mine. Hopefully this guy stays here, holds down the fort. And I don't believe I left... No, I still left a ton of rifles in this container. Including our SIG rifle, which would be our backup if we didn't have the G36. Otherwise, that would suck. But okay. There's a few mutants out here, but nothing to really worry about. They're small fries. What we're mainly concerned with is making our way to the lake area without getting mobbed by dogs and stuff. There's a lot of shooting going on here with the rats and dogs, but I imagine that's because of bandits. I heard squealing as if a mutant or a pig was around, so I'm not sure what's going on here. Like I said, dogs and bandits. It's like the rats squeal sometime, but then the rats sound like dogs sometime. I'm not sure what would possess the game developer to make a rat growl, but I do admit it is a little... it's spooky. What is the... okay, like, if you're if you're sneezing, someone's thinking about you. If your nose itches, what is the superstition behind that? Like if your hand twitches, you're about to give money or something like that. Also, Etsu, were you being serious that you had no other good news for me except that you were here? I mean, I'm happy that you're here, but I'm also like, I was looking forward to the news. I thought that was the case for me. It turned out I was allergic to something else. Someone has their fingers up a voodoo doll of yours nose. That's, come on. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, there's these little superstitious things that if something happens to you, then this is happening. Ah! Whoa! Who is that? And what are you doing here? Why'd you pop me in the face? Yeah, now you're dead. Whose fault is that? There was also a dog on my back there for a second. It seems to have gone. But I did get hurt pretty badly there. Luckily, again, we brought all the medical supplies. Lights on in there. Looks like someone... Oh! Looks like someone's occupying the area. I was gonna say. I guess you guys are coming down from the tower, because I shot one of your boys. I think I heard someone this way, though, too. Let's turn that off so we're not as noisy. This dude had a flash artifact on him. I'll take it. Excuse me. Your cat came home after being gone for a few days. That was pretty cool. Oh, okay, so you did have good news. You weren't just, like, trolling me then. Okay, that's cool. Got some rainbow sherbet. Sorry, I'm just trying to play up my rival, but I got distracted. Man, I just thought you had something cool to say that we could, like, share. I didn't know you were just joking around that much. Also, I totally missed out on where this damn thing is. I want to go after that stash, just because we have time to burn. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that noise, right? Sounds like something's eating. Look, I just wanted to get to the stash, but while we're back here with, supposedly where these guys were camping, I'm pretty sure this is where I picked up my freedom suit before. I just wanted to check out that little trailer. In the meantime, there has to be a way to get to the back of this thing. S.T.A.L.K.E.R, not as good as advertised. I think S.T.A.L.K.E.R comes as advertised. Okay, see what I thought happened was that maybe one of the dogs came up to one of these bodies, like freshly laid up, and started eating and chomping on it, but that doesn't appear to be the case. I either need to get up top of this thing or I need to get around it one way or another. I have an idea if I can get on top of it though. Getting around it or getting to a point to open this door doesn't look like it's gonna happen, unfortunately. Just means you have good marketing department, that's one way to turn that into a positive. Okay, those are just dogs. I'm just making sure there's not like a bloodsucker running up on me right now. Ah, there's the stash. It's not in the trailer at all. So you do have to get up top of it, which means there's like a little... some grading work that you can run along that way. Which means we need to start from this side. Ah, which just happens to have a convenient fire escape that fell down into it. And then we can pop up this way. Okay, there we go. Do you think during development they ever thought about using batteries for this game? For the night vision and the flashlight and all that? I mean, yeah, it'd add another resource to manage, but I think it would fit the theme very well. That being said, I'm glad I'm not doing it. And thank you, Rudy, for the host. How are you doing today? Gonna bake some cookies tonight and tomorrow. If those turn out well, I could brag. You could take pictures and post them in Discord. Instead of being like everyone else, it's like, yo, I made some good food today. And I'm like, can we see it? And they're like, nah, just gonna talk about it. And I'm just like, I hate all of you guys. Rudy, what have you been up to lately? I'm glad to know that you haven't expired to your own experimentations in leather work. What was I gonna say besides? I got distracted by the thought of Rudy and leather. Oh, what kind of cookies are you gonna make it to? I do love how, like, just like fire, you see anomalies just like hanging around in the night. It really reminds me of the Metro explanation of anomalies. And maybe it's because, you know, I knew about Metro way before I knew about S.T.A.L.K.E.R. But I always loved the Metro explanation of anomalies that, I think it's Khan that tells you, is like, you know, you think of them more as fire. You think of them as nature. More so than you think of them as like an enemy or something dangerous. And you come to understand it a bit more. And I think because of that, that influenced the way I look at S.T.A.L.K.E.R. as well. The only camera is a piece of garbage, I fear. It's got a DPI of 4 or something. We talked about this before. You don't have a phone? I'm not even, like, joking. I'm, like, legitimately, I know you have a phone. Unless S.T.A.L.K.E.R is just the second coming of Casho and lives, like, way out in the country with a bunch of money but not a lot of sense to spend it. S.T.A.L.K.E.R, are you Smashira's age? I'm not talking to you, Siri. Siri somehow heard me say, "Hey Siri, are you special?" And she responded, "I aspire to be a truly intelligent machine, but I am still machine learning." Hey Siri. But when I talk to you, you don't talk to me. Hey Siri. Siri. Siri, wake up. Siri doesn't respond to me actually talking to her. But Siri can hear me across a room when I'm talking to someone else somehow. I don't understand it. I don't think I'll ever understand it. It doesn't have to be a good camera. It's not like you're taking pictures for Martha Stewart magazine or something. I just want to see the food. I know y'all make excuses because you're all socially anxious. But guess what? I'm a nerd too, and I don't care. Alright, last time, or the first time we came here, there were zombies and stuff. Now there appears to be... I can't tell if that's dog eyes or bloodsucker eyes, honestly. Probably get the binos out. Oh. That's definitely bloodsucker eyes. The thing that bugs me is I saw multiple... No, that's a dog. No, those are dogs. I guess going up the hill made it look like it was standing upright. It made me think it was a bloodsucker, but those are just dogs. Oh, those are a lot of dogs. I ain't blasted them once though, so I think they should stay away from us. I hope. If not, that's why we got the quick save. On top. Lindsay was watching TV and kept waking up Siri on your computer. That's because you have a damn Mac. Speaking of Mac, one of the latest updates for Windows, like, revamped one of the... Uh-oh. It revamped one of the collapsing Windows systems, which allows you to, like, pre-measure how you want your windows to tile out when you're working on multiple projects. And it hit me as I was like checking the update and as I was testing it out, and I was like, I don't know how much you guys pay attention to your Windows PCs, but it hit me that I haven't thought of a Windows system, like the premier feature of a Windows system as being the Windows that you use, since I was like 10 years old. And when I realized that, I was like, oh yeah, Windows. Because that was a huge deal back for them when graphical user interfaces were kind of cropping up, and they were like, we need to secure the name Windows because people are calling these systems Windows in general. And that was like a huge... These guys, you can hear them talk forever, even though they're inside a bunker. I don't know why that is. Even though, you know, that was a generic name for it, they secured the name. But I guess it's been a while since they actually worked on something that had to do with the Windows part of Windows that I kind of forgot that that's why they were named that in the first place. It's kind of like Nintendo taking advantage of the fact that for a while, and even now, still, a lot of people would refer to any sort of gaming machine as a Nintendo. And that's kind of strong marketing bias. If you can capture it, you can take advantage of it, that's cool. You know, I spent a lot less ammo getting here than I thought I was going to, just because I guess everything was already cleared out. Is that a... Hey! What's that doing there? That wasn't there last time. Must have formed with the weather. Interesting. Windows is Windows. Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's just, I'm just saying, like, when Windows came out and it was Windows 95, Windows 98, the state of actually improving the graphical user interface of being able to put your applications in Windows and then using that as a software management tool, that hasn't been the focus of Windows in a very long time. So when the latest Windows update hit and it, like, actually changed the way the Windows worked, I was like, oh, Windows! Yes, Windows is Windows. I was just kind of pleasantly surprised. Hashtag woke. Preserves and pecans. My friend named his daughter. You put preserves in the cookies? What? Peanut butter chocolate chip, but I might do some squares, preserves, and jam and stuff. I didn't know people would do... Oh, Linzer squares. Okay. Not the cookies. Alright, that makes a bit more sense. I wonder if it's just the way this area is built that you can hear their voices from way back here, or if there really is just no like noise occlusion that has to do with the way people. Excuse me. There's no noise occlusion that has to do with like the actual noise sourcing. What's up, crew? Everyone say hey to crew. We haven't seen him in a while. Hey, Marklin. How are things going? See you. I guess we don't have much to talk about. That's unfortunate, crew, because I really like you. I mean, you were talking mad shit to the bandit we killed. That's why I like you. On the cookies. You put the dough down and the jam on top, then the... Yeah, you get it. I've never... I still feel like I'm missing the point of that. Also, I know this word. This word is... Sprava.
Hello? Hello?
Sprava means...
Hello? Hello?
No, stranya is country, right? Sprava is... I don't remember what it means. I'm a failure. Scientist man.
Hello?
Sakharov. What's going on? I'm looking for Lab X16. Just get right to business. The barkeep told you I have info on its location. Everyone say hello to Hypnotic. Everyone clap for Hypnotic. Encourage him. Tell Hypnotic encouraging words. The barkeep told me he might have info about its
Yes, we
location.
know about the laboratory, but
Voice
we don't
line.
have the exact coordinates. Besides, trying to get into it would be way too dangerous.
What do you mean we don't have the exact coordinates? Shouldn't it just be like right next door in the big, like ominous building that's surrounded by zombies? Or is he saying like it's somewhere in there and we don't know where it is in there? Because that I understand, but that doesn't require coordinates. That requires a map. You can read, but whatever. It's possible to penetrate without special psi armor. That would explain why we can't get past the psychic barrier. The outcome is known in advance. Even if you could evade swarms of zombies that infest the laboratory entrance, we got bullets for that. You run the risk of becoming one of them. This is all very serious. However, we designed a screening device to help shield the emission, but to fine-tune it, we have to obtain additional measurements. If you help us with this task, we could probably provide you with a fully calibrated prototype for field testing. Okay, so I do a little quest, I get the protection I needed to get past that psychic barrier building stuff. Did I say countdown? The countdown towards getting past the point where your symptoms will dissipate. Hypnotic, that's all. Kind of make the brownie pants sort of thing. So okay, that sounds a little better. That being said, too, what is your aversion to modern technology?
We have been studying the emission in Lab X16 for a long time, but you won't get in there without special equipment. We've developed a psi protection device that can help shield you from the emission, but needs some fine-tuning. If you could help us with that, I could give you a working prototype that you can use to get inside the laboratory.
Oh, sprava, right. Because sprava is on the right, and the other word is left. And I remember I had to memorize it, because I was like, okay, sprava has an R in it, right? And I was like, derecha, which is Spanish for right, and izquierda is left. Okay, so I can help them and I can get the stuff. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. The voice acting in this game. Every time I look up stuff, people, I mean, okay, the voice lines that they keep repeating over and over again, yeah, they kind of suck and they're annoying, but that's more of the guy's degree of variation as well as player detection and how that goes on with how those are spoken. The actual voice acting it's not that bad. I've heard plenty of games with terrible voice acting. This is fine. There's nothing to do with his documents. Maybe it's Ukrainian. I don't know. Maybe it's all documents about how he's right. Alright, Sakharov, I'll do it. Excellent. Talk to Krug. Get going. He's already equipped with the necessary gear. Of course he is.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, hello. I got some extra flashes to sell you because I'm definitely not using them. How much are you paying? 2,500 a pop? Not bad. Forsooth, 1,000? Sweet. Wait. Before we do any of that, does he have any regular jobs I can give him? He wants a part of a Snort's body. He wants a unique bodysuit? Oh, this is the one in the lab. We'll do this mission when we get to the point. We'll do this mission after we get the suit in the lab. Because I think this is what Ghost was after or something. Or it's somehow related to the lab, according to the documents we read before. So we'll worry about that once we actually get it. Then we'll bring it back. That way we're not on a timer and we don't bring up any clutter. However, it might actually give us a pointer to go to. But we're not going in the lab yet until we get the protective equipment. So I'll worry about that in a bit. In the meantime, he doesn't have anything where he wants the stuff I want to sell him. So I'm just going to sell him. Oh, wow. 1875 for a Pseudodog tail? Hell yeah. Give me that. Or I'll give you that. That brings about 7,000. I'll buy all of your ammunition. It's about 3,800. So a little balance. I'll buy a little bit of food. And I think I have enough bandages and radiation medicine to get through whatever we need to get through. Alright. So let's check mail real quick.
Hello?
Hello, hello. Unique bodysuit.
Hello?
Unique.
Hello?
Sprava in Ukrainian is a case. Okay, so case file or something. Got it.
Hello?
Makes sense.
Hello?
Man, what is right in Ukrainian, man? That's messed up. Damn, Ukrainians and your different language that's written in the same letters.
Let's see.
I do think it would be funny if I kept studying Russian the way I have been, and then I find out that I've been speaking Ukrainian all along.
Damn, not again.
Alright, so... Krug, what up, my dude? We're going back out again. You, me, and the wasteland. Let's go. Yes, Mark one. The professor asked me to take a trip to the measurement site. Now you're talking business. Let's move out immediately. It was no use getting there alone. But with you, it's different. I think we'll manage quickly. Just make sure not to let those cadavers get too close. Are you ready? Yeah.
It's too dangerous outside. You go first. Check the area outside the lab. The monsters have been very active lately.
I was gonna say, why don't they just give me the equipment and let me handle, like, the measurements? Because Krug could stay here and he'd be safe. I do want to give Krug a different weapon to see if he'll take it, but he is not moving yet. Once he starts moving, we should be good. But he said he wanted me to check the lab first. Oh, of course he did, because there are actually things out here. Of course there are enemies now. Luckily, that one had his headlamp on. Yeah, tell him, Krug, tell him! I think Krug picked up the rifle. I don't think he's gonna use it. Hoorah! There it is. Dude, Krug is like super enthusiastic. They think you broke it if you go on your own. Oh, like they wouldn't trust me with their special equipment. I suppose that makes sense. Hold up, Krug. I'm just trying to load up a rifle for you. Oh, dude, you're running like super ahead. Yeah, hold still, hold still.
Wait a minute. Let me do the metering and we'll move on.
Yeah, but here, take that at least. No?
Okay.
He doesn't want
We'll
it.
up the scale, but the radiation is normal. We need to move on.
Dude, my Geiger counter doesn't even go off here. There's no radiation. Hey, Krug, let me go out in front of you. I don't know why things are shaking, but I really don't want you to go first. But it seems like a bad idea, and if you could not walk in front of my barrel, that would be awesome, by the way. Fine. Okay, good. I won't pick up any ammo or anything. Kruglov! Dude, did you even need my help? Fuck, I can hear more. It always sucks when you hear more stuff than you can actually see. Plus, when these guys die, they make a death rattle that is... It just sounds like they're still alive. He's quite enthusiastic. Must have had his vodka and communists this morning. Not all Slavic people are communists.
I can't make out anything in here.
That's communist. That's Slavist. Is this place shaking because we're on the mission? Because I don't remember it shaking this much before. Also, I should have went and cleared this area out first. What? No. That is some grade A voice acting.
Just leave him. There is nothing we can do for him. The blowout is minutes away and we won't get through with him.
No, Fang, I'm not leaving him.
So there's multiple people talking. I got knocked out. Sounds like he's hurting and snoring at the same time. Oh, we made it into the bus. Krug, where you at? Oh, dude. I got you. You alive? Come on, get up. Get up slowly. It's all over. It's behind us now.
Oh, we've got to get out of here quick.
This was a lot quicker of a mission than I thought it
Now
was.
we just need to get back to the bunker.
I like how he's still doing tricks with his pistol. Like, yeah, I just got hurt in a really, really catastrophic event. But also, look what I can do. Let me go ahead. Oh, this was a duty guy. The one that stood? Oh. The zombified one. And then this one's a merc? I think this was a merc. He says to a Slav, you can be negative to your own people. You know that. It's shaking because you denied communism. I didn't deny communism. I'm just saying, like, we have a little... In the US, I fully admit we have a little bit of residual brainwashing from the Cold War era, where we associate everything with what the Soviets were, whereas, like, the Soviet Union is not a thing anymore. And yet we still talk about things like the Soviet Union. Because of... What was that guy's name? That comedian? Like Smirnov Jakov or something like that? Like, he was a comedian. He wasn't a historian. He wasn't an anthropologist. But he had a bigger impact than any of the real information. Which is unfortunate, but that's how a lot of things go. I'm sure your average 15-year-old watching Twitch knows more about what's going on in the drama of that Twitch channel than they do, like, actual information and history. Even to the relevant topics. See, when we got knocked out, I thought we somehow woke up in here because they said that whole thing about, like, we're not leaving him and everything else. So I thought someone else dragged us back here. But what I'm guessing now is that that was either a dream or a flashback.
Couldn't be any more accurate.
All right, let me adjust the prototype.
Crew, we lived. Good job. Every time we go out with Krug, it's a good day, though. I think it's hilarious. This is the man. I don't know what I would do if he was dead. Smirnov Jakov is the basis for our knowledge of Russian history. That explains a lot. I mean, you know what I'm talking about, though, right? Like, he was the one that had the jokes. I think that was his name, right? He was the one that had the jokes,
Hello?
like, you know, in Soviet Union, money spend you, or something like that. So that changed the way those words keep reverberating through history, and the way a lot of US people think. We keep calling Russia the Soviet Union, Russia the Soviet Union, even though the Soviet Union doesn't exist. And with that comes the idea of, oh yeah, all these Eastern European countries, straight up communists. Some of them are, but not all of them. Especially since that entire communist empire fell.
Hello?
Hello, excuse me, I just need to drink some water, and I wanted to look at your rat, because I don't know why, but I never noticed the rat before. Also, looking at the wiring, I wonder if he's studying the rat?
Hello?
For radiation purposes and stuff? Or if he's using the rat to power some of his equipment.
Hello?
In any case, I think it's cool that the animation of the rat, it's not just running on the wheel constantly. It actually shifts from right to left on a little bit of a pattern. That's pretty dope, right? It's a cultural trait to be down our own people like that. And then it got worse, pretty much applies to all Slavs. And then it got worse, I do know that part.
You did an excellent job. If the measurements are correct, the prototype should provide you with maximum protection from emission.
Wait, the stone flower is what? I had stone flowers before, that's not what I need.
S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Now you will be able to break through to the laboratory, but unless you turn off the emitter, you won't last long even with the site protection on. We've estimated an approximate location of the emitter. It is located in an underground facility. I have marked the spot on your map.
Yeah, this is sounding pretty dangerous. Can you send Krug with me so I can have, like, backup so I'm not lonely? That would be nice. How exactly does one get inside Lab X16? Where's the entrance?
Vasiliev was working on the lab issue. About a week ago, he and a stalker called Ghost tried to get inside. A couple of hours later, we felt a major tremor, and after another hour, we picked up a signal from Vasiliev, coming from the swamp, but it died away. And Vasiliev died away with it, it would seem. Try to find his corpse. He had the exact information on the lab and the way to get into it. There may even be info on deactivating that source of the emission. I've uploaded you all the data we have.
I already found Vasiliev's body, and I read about this stuff, but I'm wondering if now there's like an actual quest item attached to his body. It would be interesting. It would be very interesting to take a look at these documents. So you think Vasiliev has them? Perhaps. At any rate, you must start by finding Vasiliev's body. It's the only chance of obtaining accurate information about the lab's location. The body of your colleague Ghost must be somewhere there as well. You know, it seemed to me like he knew a lot more about X16 than he admitted to us. Had he somehow survived, well, it's no use holding on to that hope, of course. I don't know. Ghost might have made it. He might be tough.
All the papers. We know how to deactivate the source of the emission. Proceeding to dig into the lab with Ghost. Zombies coming out of everywhere. Hello. It's all screwed up. Ghost has gone insane. He must have been affected
We already
by the
read what
emissions.
we're listening to.
I've dropped everything, trying to get out through the tunnels. I'm at the swamp, but where's the bunker? Shit. I can't make out my whereabouts. No response from Sakharov. What's going on? Zombies everywhere. I'm running out of ammo. Hello.
This is a part I don't find believable. Like, I get that Vasiliev went into the lab. Vasiliev got scared. He left Ghost behind. Or Ghost went crazy.
Hello.
Ooh, you know what? Ghost might have got turned. We might have to fight Ghost. The thing I don't believe, like, don't find believable, is that Vasiliev is, like, yelling that he made it to the swamp, but he can't find the bunker. But the swamp is just back here. It's not far away. You can see it. but you can see the bunker from the swamp. So I'm not sure how he made it from the lab, which I think is over here, to the swamp, which is back here. But he couldn't get an eye on the bunker. Also, that is a stork, whatever. It's a crawler. I think a snork is what they called it. And I hear other people shooting, which could be people shooting at zombies or zombies shooting at people. Yep, that's one of those things. Maybe I should have brought a shotgun. The thing about a rifle is that a rifle is going to be useful for multiple engagement distances. Close range, mid-range, soldiers, dogs, whatever. So I felt like the rifle was a smarter choice. Oh, so those things are down. But yeah, the swamp is back there. We found the body by that helicopter. I'm not sure how you go from there and you can't see the bunker here. That's the only part I found unbelievable. Had his body been way over there, it would make more sense. But whatever, that's not the biggest deal in the world, honestly. And yeah, I don't know how we ended up on communism, but there you have it, shooter communism. So make sure to capitalize the Q so people know it's on brand. Alright, let's do a little checking, make sure we have our recon correct, because if this is anything like Lab X19, then we know we're going into some bad stuff. Backpack of a tester, another volunteer stalker croaked, because another prototype didn't protect him from the radiation. Well, I hope my prototype is better than him. In any case, S.T.A.L.K.E.R wants to take more precise measurements, but I won't go. Else I'll end up staying there myself, not far from territory. So there's some other stuff we can pick up there. Ah, you know what? We're about to go in the lab. Let's get the mission for the suit. There as hypnotic. So describe something unique. Okay, this is the helmet. Why did he give me a stone flower? I guess I have multiple stone flowers now, which means I can go blow for blow with bulletproofing, and zombies do shoot at us. So once we get in there, we probably won't need the extra endurance, so we'll throw on the extra stone flower. This, though, is the Psy helmet. This is what we actually wanted. I guess I don't have to put it on. Maybe as long as we have it on, or have it equipped, it should be good enough. What's going on for us? For people who can shoot at what they're aiming at, a rifle is great. You, however, a shotgun is... Get out of here. You see my skills. My rifle game is excellent. How else would I have netted all those team kills? That I totally don't.
Hello.
See, it's the mixing and the way that the lines are presented that is annoying. The lines themselves are not bad. The acting. Crew got a little dramatic when the wave hit or whatever, but it was still fun. I didn't mind that. Neat bodysuit. Let's grab that. And then I guess we should check snort bodies because he wants us to bring a snort body. But I wanted this to see if it would mark it on the map, which it did. So once we get in there, it might make it easier to find what we're looking for. My stash is full. Let's hit dorms. I actually do need to do a few quests on dorms if you're not busy this evening. And I could use a bodyguard for woods to get a few other things done. Also, I'm completely out of money. So yeah, I could use a little sugar daddy and a little bit of escorting in Tarkov. But I hope you're well, Frost. You need water room? I've done water room. I need to do some quests where I actually pick up things. So if we recall, the entrance to the... Oh, wait. I want to check the snorks. The storks. Where the babies come from. Well, perhaps we can jump on it tomorrow or sometime this weekend for us. Because he has a mission for one of those, but these guys didn't have anything on them, but considering the area we're in, I'm sure we're going to run into far more of them in the future. Man, even with 46 kilos on me, my sprint is like unlimited now. Thanks, radioactive artifact that I carry on my body in order to absorb your power. I'll try to remember, Frost, and thank you for being available. Some of these bodies confuse me because they are, like, this is a static asset. It's pretty much part of the map. And there's more and more bodies that we finally got. And to me, I'm just like, why not just place the actual asset body that moves and reacts and is lootable so that it maintains consistency with the rest of the game. But I guess they decided they wanted to do some stuff that way, and that's understandable too. They just did that thing where the music just cuts out at that point. I remember that from last time. I wasn't a fan of it then. I'm not a fan of it now. Okay, so we're back in the area where we couldn't proceed before. And the reason we couldn't proceed is because whenever we came here, the psychic wave was just too heavy. And it would hurt us. We could stay in here for about like 2 or 3 seconds before we had to leave. And that was enough for me to loot a few bodies. And that's it. So this time, as we move forward, okay, we actually find that we're not getting hurt. So the psi helmet is working, but I can hear a lot of things crawling, and I can see this sort of human creature that is completely messed up. And so what I'm getting out of that is we need to be wary. And see, this is why we need the extra ammo. Probably stop some bodies from flying away due to the bad physics engine. Okay, that makes sense. This whole guy's leg got cut off. That's gross. I can hear things crawling around there. I think Hypnotic would like all of the terminology surrounding Tarkov right now. Chads, thick boys, heavy boys, fat boys, geared. Like some geared thick boys looking real fat. If it's not in the context of Tarkov, that could be, it could sound really, you know. Oh snap, did I one-shot that guy? See, it's a snort, but it's out there in the grass, and my plan was to shoot at it and have it chase me down. But, you know, there he lays, one-shotteth. I don't want to go over there close to them, I just want to, but I need to check the bodies too. Thought I could shoot it and bring it to me. That was my idea. Oh, whoa, whoa, they jump on walls! No, they don't. That one's just... What? Okay, it's on the ceiling, but it looked like it was just floating in the air. That was a little confusing. I'm actually pretty confused about what I'm seeing here. That one's dead, though. It was just flying, I think? I think so, too. Also, what's up, AJ? That zombie is pretty mad about his life. Oh! I should have brought more health kits. Hopefully these zombies have some bandages and stuff on them. Otherwise I'm gonna get messed up pretty quickly here. Oh! Hello! Yeah, nah. Nah, fam. Okay, here's what we need to do. We need to take this off because I don't need it. Up our bulletproof game. Take a med kit. Ah. Shit! For being zombies, these guys are pretty accurate at a distance. Thought that was coming up the stairs on me for a second. Okay, that one's dead. Sure, a lot of these guys. They couldn't have just met me at the gate. You know what that means? It's only gonna get more dangerous as we go deeper in. That dude was kicking a barrel. I thought there was an anomaly over there because all this sparking. You have lots of AK-74Ms. That sounds nice. You can levitate. That's telekinesis, Kyle. But you always go deeper? Well, you would love you some S.T.A.L.K.E.R. There's another snork over there. I almost called it a stronk. I do not know why I almost called it a stronk. Snorks. Speaking of which, we never figured out that whole thing about making their names appear. If you check in the encyclopedia and you look in this, you can see it's called a snork, right? And I'm reading it's called a snork. But if I go actually check one at the body, the name is like redacted. And I haven't really quite figured out how to not have that stuff redacted yet. Stalker life. Indeed, Bread Truck. Bread Truck 101, please give me the introductory course to your trade. Okay, so far, nothing on these snork bodies, and I hate the music that accompanies this area just because it does that abrupt, which makes you think you're about to walk into some crazy-ish. Luckily, while we're in this motor pool area, we can at least, somewhat, for the most part, see around us. Like, there's stuff hidden in the grass and everything, but I think we're pretty clear for now. The only thing I'm worried about are, like, scripted events. Things that pop up on you as you progress and do things. Okay, this looks like one of the guys that didn't make it. At least he didn't get turned, and his bag is laying here. Oh! 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 The Italian classic. Well, I mean, it's not the Italian classic, but it is an Italian classic. What can I say? That's communist censorship for you, indeed. As for trucking bread, it's a noble profession. I hope you hold on to it for quite some time. So, they better lock this thing in, like, semi-automatic mode, right? Otherwise, it's just not worth it. That does suck, Frost. I'm sorry to hear it. But I know you guys will take appropriate measures and take care of him to the best of your ability. That, or you're just telling me that your dad is hypnotic chronic, which would also make a lot of sense as to why you're always calling him daddy. So, that's good news, to know that that's not just some weird thing. He just died with a funny pose. It's almost T-Bone I M-Site van that wasn't paying attention earlier. Do you have a dashcam in your car? I hope so. They are worth their weight in gold, my friends. More 556, bandages, radiation medicine. I could use all of that, because I used up way more bandages than I thought I would in the initial engagement, even though I knew something like it was coming. Which again is why I'm kind of glad I brought the ammo that I did. And hey, look, even though we didn't have the shotgun, or we didn't bring a shotgun, we found a good shotgun, so that's nice. This is Artyom Electrician. Wait a minute, I know this guy. I met this guy before. Why is he here? How did he end up here and get zombified? He did. Yeah, I totally met this dude, like, way back in the beginning of the game. So he made it here and he got zombified. That's unfortunate. I was thinking he made it here and he just got killed, but all of these guys were zombies that either I or someone else killed. Both zombie-ish. Huh. Interesting. I met him in the wrong game. That's the wrong Artyom. Okay, so remember, zombies and snorks and stuff, they don't show up on the PDA because their PDAs are all fried. But the further I go into here, we see the PDA lighting up, and there's currently 5 contacts. One of them we can see is not alive with that gray dot in front of us. There are now 6 contacts. Oh, here we go. That dude crawled over the wall at me. Y'all saw that? Also, I'm reloading slugs for whatever reason. Whatever, I'll take it. Yeah, and these guys don't affect the count either. So I'm coming up on either bodies or something else that is... I'm coming up on something else that is affecting the count on my PDA, so we need to be wary of what we're doing. This is my first time in any Stalker game. Fred. Are you still alive? Well, you can't be brought back from mummification, so... Sorry, buddy. That guy's ducking down like he was still human and not zombified. I do enjoy the voice acting that they gave these guys. Like, their tongues are kind of not being manipulated perfectly. I think that was a smart choice. Oh my gosh. This is a time for grenades. That dude's still alive, I hear him. Oh, oh, oh! Where's the snork? There's a zom right there. Reload, quickly, quickly. There's another snork on this side. Yep, there you are. Gotcha. Where's your boy at? I know there was another one. He like ran off this way, and I can hear it too. Thanks for the host, Frost. This guy was zombified, but he had a healings? I need to pick this up, even though it's gonna make me overweight. I just need to read what it does. Hold on a sec. One, this is in way better condition than mine is. I just wish you could actually see healings. Like, I wish you could see suit stats without putting stuff on. Has a better bulletproof capacity. And honestly, even though my suit probably has better stats normally, my suit is in such bad condition that I'd probably be better off wearing his suit. I'm also noticing that the suits change your poses too, which is interesting. So yeah, I'm gonna wear that suit for now, just because my suit is in shambles, and I don't know how to fix them. But I don't think there is a way to fix them, honestly. At least not an easy way. Also, checking that guy gave us a stash spot to check, but I'm not super worried about it. This was Sergeant Rublev, who was military. Oh, there it is. So people of all kind came here. And as the great warrior poet Nas told us, many try, many die. It looks like whoever was occupying here did try to dispose of some bodies, but it looks like they weren't successful. Nor do we know if that actually helped or not. But there are definitely a lot of bodies there. Maybe they were using them as feeding material. Maybe they're trying to burn them and get rid of them. I don't really know. What I do know is these snorks are not yielding the results that I want out of these snorks. Also, there's a lot more of them than I thought would be here. You notice we've already burned through about 40% of the ammunition that we brought. So I am glad that we bumped it up to like 600-ish rounds. Oh, there we go, Snorkfoot. You guys always die with their butts in the air. What's up with that? Yeah, there's all sorts of factions of different people back here. That tells us a lot. Oh, no. For us to highly suggest a dash cam. It's great for accidents, legal precedent, just catching people on the road doing stuff they said they didn't do. All sorts of things. Ask for one for your next birthday, my dude. I'm sure Daddy Hypnotic will hook it up. Also, is this not the back of the building where we just came from? If so, why are we seeing more enemies back here that didn't approach us from this side? So that would explain why the ones that did approach us, like where they came from. Man, one of the things that does mess with me though is when you see like elongated arms and legs like that. You know it has something to do with radiation or some type of body change. But again, that's why, like, although zombies and modified versions of humans are just... I don't want to drop my Seva suit, but I'm way too heavy at the moment. But then again, my Seva suit's almost done, so maybe we don't need to keep it. Although it sucks not having the same radiation protection, but it's not like it's offering that to us anyways. Here's what we'll do. We'll drop this suit at the entrance, and when we leave, if we can, we'll pick it up to sell it or see if we can get it repaired or something. Or just find a replacement. Otherwise, we'll rock this suit for a while. Especially since we're going into this lab, we might find better suits altogether. Yeah, one of the reasons body horror is so effective, and why even something like zombies and just modified human enemies that don't act human, is because they do give a reflection of the self. And it is scary to look at something and think, yeah, that looks kind of like me. What about you, Breadchuck? What kind of experience do you have with the S.T.A.L.K.E.R games? I'm guessing that you're a fan. What's going on down there? More static bodies? Campfires, which the fires are unsettling more than anything. Not like these fires. These look like they're just kind of trash fires. The ones that are campfires, that means people were staying here. Unless you're telling me that the zombies, since they do retain enough information to shoot, also maintain enough information to know, like, hey, staying warm is comfortable, and we want to stay comfortable. Because that would give me the idea that the zombies are a lot smarter than I give them credit for, and that would be extra scary. You know what? Let's get right here. I don't want to drop down and go back to the entrance right now. I really just don't feel like it. So what we'll do is we'll just remember that off the side of this building is where we dropped the Seva suit. No, because it falls behind me for some reason. Gosh darn it. Maybe if I do that, it still falls right here. Okay, we're gonna have to dismount and go back on the ground. We are able to operate in here without having our minds blown for now, but whenever I hear that little tinnitus ting noise, I feel like a psychic blast or something dangerous is coming, and it freaks me out just a little bit. I think I can make that jump. Oh! Sorta, but my exhaustion kicked in. What are we writing into your will? I'll make sure to write it into my will. To give him... to give Frost a dash cam. Are you kidding me? I just came off the ladder and you know what? All the good things I said about S.T.A.L.K.E.R ladder physics, I take it all back. S.T.A.L.K.E.R ladder physics. So, honestly, that's the first bad experience I've had with a ladder and S.T.A.L.K.E.R thus far. Okay. I just like get kicked off the ladder and fell all the way back. I don't know what the deal is with that. Also, a bunch of 45 ammunition. Oh, there we go. 7.62 by 54R. Remember, the R stands for RIM, not the Russian. Although that's a common misconception in the US, since we have all this Russian ammunition that says R on the back of it. So that means there's going to be... This says SVDs and SVUs, so I guess there's no Mosin in this game. Which is unfortunate, because who doesn't like Mosin history? I feel like I'm not going to catch this ladder. Nope, see? There we go. That's why we like S.T.A.L.K.E.R ladder physics. S.T.A.L.K.E.R ladders are, like, the homie. Ah, no, I killed everyone here. Where are you? No, I'm leaving. I'm gonna give you a chance to suck my brain out. I wonder what the distinction is when whatever radiation source or psychic entity is creating these zombies. I do wonder what the difference is like distinguishing between whether they're gonna create a zombie or a snork or a bloodsucker or whatever. Then again, maybe not all of these are just creations. Some of them might just be naturally how it happened. Alright, so we're dropping the suit. We'll come back and get it on the way out of here if we need to. We do not have much ammo for shotgun left, but we also didn't bring it, so if we run out of room and we need to drop weight, we can later. Otherwise, we'll carry it with us now, and if we find more stuff, we'll use it then. Same with this 7.62x54R. We don't have a need for it at the moment, but if we leave it here, it's here at the entrance for us to pick up on our way out. Which I wouldn't mind getting one of those heavier 30 cal full power rifles on me. That'd be nice. Alright. Otherwise, I guess there's nothing to explore about that center building. There was an upstairs. I imagine if there's a lab, which we know there is, that it's going to be downstairs. Yeah, see, like a campfire tells me people were actually chilling here. Not just zombified, man. So maybe not everyone here was zombified yet. I have no reason to go down here. And I'm not going down there. These guys might have been holding down the fort here and they got attacked themselves. Not the other way around that I'm thinking, whereas like, oh, they came here to get stuff and they got zombified. It's clearly wrong, Q. The R stands for revolution, for the proletariat. Hypnotic. When is October? How many days is it until October 17th right now? We could plan a party if you guys really want to. Just saying. It's not 12 days. It's not 4 either. What's wrong with you people? See, this is what I think shocked us before. I'm gonna test it real quick. Now it's not happening. So I really don't know what was up with us getting shocked by the other one before. But I also really don't care to find out. Medkit. Radiation, medkit, bandage. I'll take it. Why do you take 7K RPG? Because I think I'm gonna run into something crazy in this lab. And I only have 1 round for it. So once I fire it, I can drop the RPG and then I'm done with the RPG. I came in heavy because I knew I was coming up against heavy stuff. And we have burned through a good chunk of the ammunition I brought here. July 9th is 191. It's not 191 days. Oh, you mean like it's day 191 in the calendar. Okay, that makes more sense. So 100 days. October 17th is the 291st day. Counting is hard. Counting is very hard, but you guys did it. Okay, work our way into this building. Maybe we'll get lucky and the lab will actually be in the top part of the building. And we don't have to go underground or anything. That would be, wouldn't that be nice, guys? I think that would be excellent. I also think running around this pipe doesn't actually give me an advantage. But I'm doing it because I like being sneaky and stuff. What's up, Koznik? How are you doing? Okay, save here. So nice and easy, nice and slow. Oh, we can duck into this window. Sweet. Does it actually do anything for us? No idea if there's a lot of dead bodies. Not a real door. Yeah, see? People here were burning bodies. Like trying to get rid of the zombie effect or something. I want to pick that up. It looks like a gravy. Which, I watched a video. Apparently people pronounce it gravy. And I was like, you know what? That fits the weird naming stuff going on in S.T.A.L.K.E.R. But I personally did not even consider that that would be the name. We're in the right place, but the wrong elevation. We're gonna have to go down. It's not a former Soviet facility without a secret underground bunker. Look, I'm just trying to be hopeful. If I don't have to go underground, it'd be nice. Here we go. I had a strange dream. The colossal... No, wait. I've read this one already. That one's about the rats. The traders have dug up a lot of information about these laboratories. The barkeep wasn't surprised to find out about the emitters and X-16. Now he's convinced that the brain scorcher is man-made, which I thought that was the case too, based on what we read. Привет, чувак твой. Stream? Chuvak, I know it says hi, Chuvak твой stream, something about your stream, but I can't read the rest of it, to be honest with you. But hello, and thank you for coming to this stream. Spasiba. I'd have to ask someone to translate it, but I don't want to be rude to him like that. Он не говорит по-русски. He doesn't speak Russian. And I understand that. I can read the part that says, yo, that dude doesn't know what you're saying. Ah, dude, your stream's the best. Give the good work. Huh, спасибо. Very thankful. Thank you very much. And for the stream itself, пожалуйста. Now he's confessed the brain scorcher is man-made. Again, I didn't think that was a secret. People talked about it. People said it was affecting people that ran up to it. Like, I don't see anything as not being man-made here, considering everything is affected by all these labs and radiation. Because remember when we talked about it, it's weird to think that something that got irradiated would somehow suddenly develop the ability to turn invisible, like Bloodsucker, which is why I didn't expect them. But then you throw in the whole, oh, military application experiment type thing, and now we're talking, okay, yeah, things that kill people and turn invisible makes a lot more sense. So I think there's always been some sort of man-made interest vested in this. One step away from Ghost. So here I am, just one step away from one of S.T.A.L.K.E.'s men. Ghost went to the underground lab X-16 with one of the scientists. There's only one but. I'm not likely to find him alive. I think Ghost is alive, but I think he's turned. The scientist was coming back from there alone, was killed when approaching the camp. The scientist gave me some kind of device to protect me from against these obscure emissions. I hope it works. They want me to get inside and plug the emitter, then they will be able to study it on the site. God help me. God help me indeed. Also, they want me to just unplug the thing and then come in here? Shouldn't they, like, come in here with heavier weapons and stuff than they do? Because Kruglov, despite me giving him a rifle, only works with a pistol. And he hasn't been that great with it. I hear this game has some scares in it. You are... Who have you been talking to, Iceman? You weren't there that night. Unless you talked to your bunny buddy. Also, I'm hearing growling, so... Us infiltrating from the second floor didn't actually give us any advantages. But I do appreciate the medkit sitting on the ground. What I don't appreciate is this extra long arm from these guys crawling, because I bet they're going to put a snork laying like this, and I'm gonna think that Snork is one of these dead guys, and then it's not gonna be, and it's gonna be very, very sad day. Ah, well, here we go, going downstairs with things that jump around and land on walls and ceilings and other stuff, and everything is so bloody. Well, just like the other lab, this is a terrible idea. Versus move to next level. Look at that optic. What, Luna? It's a regular optic for the G36. The internet is always right. And thanks for following, Kajon. Kohozniak. Spasibo. Thank you for following.
Great job, Marked One. You've actually made it to the lab. It is vital that we study the installation in the lab. Try to deactivate it so we can examine it properly. Listen, the prototype can't protect you from the strong emission forever. I've provided for this. When you get hit by a strong field, the timer will start ticking. As soon as the time runs out, the prototype will stop protecting you. So take care, and remember about the timer.
Okay, so if I get hit with strong emissions, I gotta back up before I get destroyed by them. Because the helmet's not perfect. Makes sense. There are things making crazy noises. There are things knocking over things. This just feels like this feels like X19 all over again. Terrible idea. But you're just in time, Iceman. We've come into a scary part. That being said, I need to go put my laundry in the dryer. So we're gonna hold hard save here, and we'll be right back in a few minutes, and then we'll continue on. Because I can't leave these labs sitting. Spooky time is the name of the save. Alright, I'll be right back, guys. You guys listen to some, Dr. Stone music. I'll be right back.